Last week, I took a loss. $120 gone in one trade. But I did not fold. I studied and I recalibrated. That loss wasn't a failure. It was feedback. US 30 showed me my weakness and I faced it. Now it is week 6 and I'm sharper, I'm calmer, and I'm undeniable. This journey isn't about the money. It's about becoming the man who's worthy of it. US 30 didn't break me. It built the version of me that's coming back to master it. Welcome back to another episode of Reese to Riches, where we are currently growing from $0 to $1 million. This is week 6, currently 10:07 Sunday. Welcome back, RTR fam. Last week, as you guys know, we took a little hit from US 30, and it was a learning lesson, also an eye opener, because now I see the potential that US 30 have, and I'm real interested in it. So tomorrow, I'm gonna tell y'all this now. I'm most likely would not be entering a trade for one specific reason. And that is because, well, actually 2 reasons. That is because it's the beginning of a new week, and the market has to give me that structure. It has to tell me what it's gonna do first. And the next reason is because I have work again, okay? I have work again, and it's a Monday. And Mondays really not the best days to be at work because it get busy. So we're gonna hold on the trading tomorrow, but we also gonna keep scoping out good opportunities and plays in the market. This week's goal is to have 3 high quality trades and to follow our system fully, and to whenever we enter a trade, we have to let it ride down or ride up. We have to ride the trade all the way until it either take profit or break even. If anything hit our stop loss, then we get stopped out. But when I say high quality trades, we should not be getting stopped out. We should either be in take profit or in break even. And that's how this week should go. We not playing no more. We on a whole different ball game. It's nothing but execution and action from here on out. We got our head down and we focused. We see the vision and we act on it. That's what we do because we RTR. Our journey is rags to riches. So let me show y'all what I'm looking at this week. All right, family. The first thing we have with NAS 100 is, for one, this was an uptrend. We have a break from that trend. It's just ranging and consolidating in this range right here. But we also do have this order block here and a fair value gap here. It's been tapped in there once, but I don't think that's enough because we still have to come down to this order block. So we're gonna be waiting for something to tap into these zones and we'll be able to react off of that. But so far we have nothing, no support and resistance, only here, there, and that's just pretty much what we have. So moving on to gold. We have a few area of interest for gold in this 4-hour bias here. All right. We had a recent trend, a downtrend with gold, and we have a break here. And we have another small downtrend here. We have another break. So most likely it's going to have another little small downtrend because of these areas here. Price is going to have to retrace back to these areas to refill imbalances and get to these order block zones right here and get what it needs to continue either a downtrend or have a reversal to the upside, okay? The only thing we're going to be looking for gold this week is for it to tap into these zones and get what it need and have some kind of reaction to these areas right here. So that's pretty much it. We have an order block here, fair value gap stacked on top. We have support and resistance areas and also another fair value gap. So these is looking good. And we're going to see what it's going to produce for us. All right, moving on to Euro USD. With Euro USD, we have a big order block here along with the fair value gap inside that order block. We're going to be aiming to look for that as well. We have another fair value gap here and an order block stacked. So this is going to be another premium spot that the price is going to have to get to and reach. We also have a support and resistance area up here. And that's it so far that I got for this. So we just going to keep an eye on this and see what it's going to produce for us. And moving on to GBP USD. Right now as we speak, GBP USD is currently tapping into my fair value gap here. It's still going on this downtrend right here. There's not a break. It was ranging at first. Now it's going to this downtrend because it has to get into this area, and it may even tap into my order block here. So we gonna wait for that, and we gonna see what it's gonna do. Like I said, man, we just scoping out opportunities. We also have a fair value gap and order block up here as well. So what I'm thinking it's gonna do is get what it need down here and make its way back up to this fair value gap and order block, and get what it need there, and it's gonna continue to do what it do from there. And moving on to this beautiful beast here that showed me a lot and that opened my eyes. We have US 30. Right now it don't have much, but we gonna see what we gonna get, okay? Looking into it down here, we have a beautiful order block here from this bullish rally right here. We have a fair value gap stacked on top of it. It's not a sweet spot, but it's something for price to return to. If I look right here also, this is a small order block here. This here is also a fair value gap, but it's been tapped into. So I didn't mark it. And we have two support and resistance areas here, and it's very small fair value gap there. So US 30 is going to do this week is right now it's here. So it's on this support and resistance area. If it rejects off of this, it's going to come down to here and maybe even proceed down to this fair value gap and order block down here. All right. If not, then it's going to shoot back up to the support and resistance area, do what it needs to do, have a break and get to this. It had a break from this bullish rally uptrend, and now it's just consolidating and ranging. So what I'm gonna need for US 30 to do is to have a shift and either have an uptrend or a downtrend, because this consolidation is what took me out last week. So that's pretty much what we got for this week so far. We just gonna keep an eye out and let the market do what it do. Let it build itself for the week, and we gonna start to execute. But right now, it's a waiting game. We just have to be patient. That's it, before we even take a shot. So that's what we gotta do. Just stay patient, stay calm, stay cool, collected. With that being said, it's Sunday night. I'm about to get ready and lay down and go to sleep so I can get up for work in the morning. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Rags to riches, baby. Grand Rising. Today's Tuesday. Currently 7:15. Pre-New York session. Yesterday was Monday. I did not enter a trade, nor did I record anything. I had work and we was hella busy. I just didn't have the time, okay? No excuses though. I remember Sunday night, I told y'all that we was gonna wait for the market to show us some structure and we was gonna let it do what it needed to do. We was gonna react off of what it does, right? So I just finished up, my 4-hour bias, and we about to get ready and dive into the setups that I'm looking at for this week. Right now, my account is still at $250. We're not looking for a goal to up the money. Our only goal this week is to have 3 high quality trades and execute them and, ride them all the way through. That is the goal for this week. So right now, I'm about to get ready and show y'all what I'm looking at. Before we get started, if you guys want to join this movement with me and grow to riches, just follow me, hit the subscribe button, like the videos, comment down below your thoughts, and join the RTR compound. That is the Discord. Everything's set up there. You're free to join. Y'all lock in. Stay disciplined. Rags to riches. All right, so starting off, man, this is what I'm looking at for NAS100. NAS100 had this uptrend here. It broke and started ranging, and now it just broke another ranging area. It was doing the same thing here. We had an uptrend, started ranging, and they had a break. So right now it just looks like it's gonna have a repeat of that. But before it head up to the upside, I'll be expecting it to come down for this fair value gap. It also have an order block here. After it taps into that, it should be on its way up to the upside, or it'll have a reversal. It's also a support and resistance area, so maybe it'll use this as support and bounce back up, or it'll just violate everything and have a drop. Moving on to US 30, we have a few spots for US 30 here. Right now, one of my expectations was for it to come up to this fair value gap, get what it need, and jog back down. That's exactly what it did here. It tapped into this area. Now it's on this down. It's going on its way to the downside. We're gonna see if it's gonna break past this support and resistance area to get here, because this was just created, and this order block here, this was just created like yesterday, or like from Sunday to from yesterday to now. It'll most likely have a break past this support and resistance area, get what it need from this fair value gap and this order block, potentially go back up to the upside, because how this was also bullish rally, a whole uptrend. It broke, started ranging. So if it show any sign of having a break above these areas or below these areas, that'll be a change of character, and either change of character or break of structure, depending on which way it goes. So depending on what it does, that's where we will react. Okay. XAUUSD. Gold's been doing pretty good with the structure. Right now it's tapping into into this fair value gap here, plus this support and resistance area, and there's another, but we also have this order block fair value, this stack right here. So let me move to my 15-minute. I see that we have a change of character here. What I'm going to be expecting it to do is most likely have a pullback to come on down to the downside and potentially make a break of structure. It'll make another break of structure here to the downside to these areas right here. It just have to pass this support and resistance area. We gonna see, like I said, we react off reactions. We have about 6 minutes until New York session opens. We have Euro USD trying to make its way to these areas down here. So what it's most likely gonna do is just gather what it need from either one of these and head back up to these green areas right here, because we have an order block and a fair value gap inside of that order block, plus a support and resistance area on top. So it'll most likely either come up, tap this, and come back down, or it'll come down, tap this, and go back up. Like I said, we go based off reactions. All right, that's pretty much all the setups I got for this week. We let the market build itself. We let it show us what it want to do. Now all we got to do is just react. So whichever one give us that signal, that's when we act on our areas. Okay, is there any news? Today is the 15th. And we got all these news right here, y'all. We got all this news, bro. So right now, price is tapping into this area. I'm gonna move to this. We can see we still got that change of character. What we're waiting on now is a break of structure or whatever to happen. We just gonna go based off of that. People would have entered off of this break of structure because of this change of character, but it's also ranging. That's why I don't trade in ranging, bro. So we just gonna let it do what it do. Y'all will see me whenever we have a good setup or whatever. Even if, it has to be in a session time zone. So yeah, y'all stay patient, stay disciplined. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Discord down below. Rags to riches, baby. Right now, I'm just stalking these trades, bro. Euro USD, we just had this bearish candle tap into my fair value gap. So I low key can move to here. I can see we have a change of character there. That could be considered break of structure. If this candle closes engulfing like that, then I can potentially be entering in for Euro USD for now. So if that closes, I'll be going in for shorts, because we just had that change of character. Depending on how this closes, and I'll be aiming for this right here. Let's move this stop loss about right there. Make it 2 to 1, 1 to 2. So that'll be the trade right here, because it'll be, you know, targeting these areas. So depending on how this close, I'll be entering in for Euro USD. All right. But right now, we're going to be looking in for Euro USD. But until then, we wait for this closing candle, which we got 40 seconds left. So we're going to let it have a little pullback. Go green. Shit, I got in too late, but it's okay. I got in, y'all. I could have entered 2 lots, but it's all right. Now we just let it play through, y'all. Euro USD, baby. Let's see how it perform. This will be considered as a high quality trade too. I got my zones here. Price taps into this on this downtrend. We got a change of character here. Break a structure, and another break a structure there. I don't know if they don't mark them. I don't know, but yeah, right now it's currently in my zone. It's gonna most likely target these zones here as well before it had that retracement up there. That's what we're gonna be waiting on, y'all. So I'll be back with y'all whenever we either, if it have some kind of shift, or if it's in my mid take profit. So until then, y'all stay disciplined, follow your strategy, respect yourself, just keep going forward. Rags to riches. All right, y'all. Right now, so it closed below this last fair value gap. Most likely me enter in. I entered another position for 2 lots on that pullback right here. Okay, RTR fam, bro. So I'm gonna show y'all how the trade is going. This is currently how the Euro USD trade is going. We're gonna be expecting it to at least tap the bottom of this. If it does, then we'll be getting out. This is what the account looking like so far. 10 in profit. We following the system. We staying disciplined. Y'all stay tuned. RTR, baby. Rags to riches. All right, RTR fam, bro. I think I'm about to get ready and close this trade. It's showing that it's starting to slow down a little bit, and I just want to go on and put an end to this and secure my profits. So let me give y'all a look of what I'm looking at. So Euro USD, this is currently how the trade is looking. It's obviously starting to slow down right now. Yeah, depending on how this candle closed, bro, we gonna get out of this trade and secure our profits. Right now, this is how the account is looking. Letting it load. Right now, that's how it's looking right there. And if we close now, that'll put the account at $263. All right, so that's a $13 gain from that $119 loss. Depending on how this candle close and act, we're gonna end up closing the position. We're just gonna secure our profits and be done for the day and count this as one of our high quality trades. All right, so we're gonna go on and close these trades because it's about that time. We just gonna go ahead and close, man. Let y'all watch me close them. All right, for the first one, we're gonna close at 780. I always do that. We're gonna close for 7. Dang, bro, how I keep missing it? What the freak? What is going on? They ain't want me to close it. And for this one, we're gonna close at 502. That's what we closed at, y'all. That is one high quality trade down. We got 2 more to go for this week. All right, 2 more to go for this week, and we just gonna stay. We gonna stay consistent on it. All right. This trade here is over right now. This is what our account is sitting at right now. Focus right there. Today's Tuesday, and we executed today. So all we got to do tomorrow is reload and shoot again. What I'm about to do now is honestly take a nap because I am tired. I am sleepy. After my nap, I'll get up. I'm gonna go to the gym. It's gonna be late when I go to the gym, so I'll probably be able to get some footage then. And after that, I'm gonna eat. I got to edit some videos and all that stuff. So we're gonna lock in, and yeah, I gotta go to work in the morning again. Just cause I picked up a shift like a couple weeks ago, and I gotta go in, and then the next day I gotta go in and work for my own shift. So I'll be working 48 hours straight, and yeah, we're gonna be real careful of how we do things. All right, that's gonna be it for Tuesday. Trading wise, just be sure y'all follow y'all strategy, bro, and be disciplined. That's all part of the game. You take losses, you take wins, and you don't do nothing some days. I'll see y'all either later on today or tomorrow. Rags to riches family, bro. Right now, It is currently, it's the same day. It's still Tuesday. It is currently 10:45 p.m. at night, right? And I am currently, I'm just about to give y'all a breakdown of what's most likely gonna happen tomorrow. All right. And what we're gonna be looking into for tomorrow and what to expect for tomorrow. So as y'all know, I work tomorrow. We're gonna try our best to get in, have a good day tomorrow for myself personally. All right. Let me give y'all a peek of this. So right now we're looking at NAS 100, right? On a 4-hour time frame. So we had a break from this ranging area to the upside. Price taps into this fair value gap, but it's also in this supportive resistance zone. So what I was expecting it to do is either have a reaction off of this, use it as support and go up, or it'll come down, break this support and resistance area, come up for a retest, use it as resistance, and come down to this fair value gap and order block to get what it needs from, from the price. So that's what NAS 100 pretty much gonna move like tomorrow. In the 15-minute time frame, it's still just in that range, consolidating and moving slow because we are after hours. Okay, moving to US 30. I know it seemed like it's a lot going on in US 30, but it's all part of the plan. Okay, this was today's move, right? We had a fair value gap up here. Price taps into that and moves down. It violates this support and resistance area, breaks through it. It breaks through this fair value gap, and it breaks through this order block here. And plus it breaks this support and resistance area. Since it did that, it came up for retests and it rejected, used it as resistance, and it continued down to the downside. But right now, what it's doing is then it's inside of it. Well, it's at the bottom of this order block here. So since price already got everything it needed from here, most likely tomorrow what it's going to do is going to either come up for this retest, use it as resistance, and have its way to the downside to get what it needs from this fair value gap and this order block. But if it violates this, I which I assume that it won't do that because it has nothing to return to up there for right now. Okay. Yeah, this is also a new fair value gap here and a new order block here. But I don't think price is going to tap into that yet. Not just yet. Okay. But I'll still mark it out just in case. Okay. So I'll get rid of all of this except the support and resistance area, and get rid of these two right here. Maybe this one here also, since it tapped into that. Price may come up for a retest and reject, come down to here, get what it need. Okay, so that'll be a pretty big move to the downside. We have a change of character, break of structure, and we created this break of structure today. This is telling me that it's gonna have that momentum. It have the momentum to go to the downside. Okay, if I go to my 15-minute time frame, we can see it's moving pretty slow. Okay, we have this change of character here, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. We have recently had this change of character here, but it's dancing within this range. This low volatile hours, so we won't get much from here. So that's pretty much gonna be the movement for tomorrow. Retest and bounce down, or it'll break this retest into this fair value gap and order block here. I gotta mark that out. XAUUSD. This is how it's looking for us tomorrow. We also have this order block here and fair value gap, and it's currently tapping into that fair value gap, but not really interested in looking into anything until in the morning. Okay, and plus this support and resistance area. So what we're going to be looking for is price to have this retest and come down with it, and get what it needs from here, and then move back up to the upside, or it can have a continuation to the downside depending on what it confirms for us. That's why we wait. But these are new sections to mark out. I'll get rid of all of this once I'm done recording. And we also, on a 15-minute time frame, had a big movement here. Currently retested that. It came back down, coming back up for a possible retest. It'll most likely head to the downside. That's how we're looking for gold tomorrow. If I move to Euro USD, this trade played out well today. Price had a break of structure here. We had this big movement to the downside to get what it needed from here. So now that this is done, it'll most likely be targeting this order block at fair value gap here. Plus this is a new order block here. And this is a new fair value gap. Huge fair value gap. And it's currently tapping into there. So how this trade played out today, this is the one that we took. I'm gonna move to my 15-minute. And it was good that I got out when I got out. Y'all remember where I got out at, right? I got out on this candle here because it never came all the way down for this TP. My TP was like here. At first it was like here. Then I moved it to here. But then like I saw that price started slowing down after hours, and I just decided to go on and take my profits. And it seemed like it was the best idea to do because now price came all the way back up here and I would have been short a few dollars. Okay, that's how that trade played out. Pretty well, pretty good. But what we're really looking for tomorrow is US 30, baby. US 30. Tomorrow we also have news July the 16th. July 16th, we got GBP news and plus USD red folder news again, bro. So I want to look into these and see what I'm gonna need to know before I even enter a trade tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm not good at trading news. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to trading news. That's why I exited the last trade I was in when we had red folder news for the US. So we're gonna be patient. We're gonna see how stuff gonna play out, y'all. Rags to riches. Good morning, RTR fam. Welcome to Wednesday, week 6 of Reese to Riches. Right now I'm at work. I got my charts set up already in the station. We're gonna try to have a smooth day today. I'm at a different station, so it shouldn't be as busy depending on how today go, bro. I'm finna go in the station and get to looking at these charts and see. I'm finna show y'all what we got set up for this week. Well, for today, yeah, we're gonna go from there. All right. So boom. So here we have NAS 100. It created a new order block and a new fair value gap. It got tapped into a little bit, but that may not mean anything. Price should be reacting off of this support and resistance area to go to the downside, or it'll violate this area, go up, get what it need here, and then head its way back down to the downside. Or it may even use this as support and keep going to the upside, you know. So that's what NAS 100 pretty much gonna be doing today. We go off a reaction. We go off reaction, how the market act, and we act with the market basically. So that's how that's gonna go. If I move to US 30, it had a break on this support and resistance area. It created a new order block and fair value gap up here. So what price may be doing is having a retest back up here and get what it needs from up this way and head to the downside. That's what I wanted to, that's what it need to do today, okay? XAUUSD, if it taps, okay. XAUUSD is currently inside of a support and resistance area. It looked like it did create a new fair value gap and order block as well. Either if it reacts from off of this, it'll have another break, head to the upside for this order block and fair value gap, and head back down to the downside. It may even end up breaking this again, use it as support and head to the upside. Euro USD, don't really got nothing for that. We had take profit yesterday, and GBP USD, nothing for that either. So our 3 pairs is NAS 100, US 30, and XAU USD. That's how it should be. That's what we're gonna be looking into today. If anything comes up, then I'll let y'all know. But right now, gotta do a little morning routine and just sit and wait. So until then, y'all hang tight. I'll be back with y'all once we have some kind of reaction, bro. RTR fam, I am currently inside this trade for gold. So as y'all can see, price is currently bearish on my 4-hour and bearish on my 15-minute. So we have a change of character there, and it just closed strong on this breaker structure here. Right now it's having that pullback which where I should have entered in, but it wasn't showing no kind of sign of a pullback. So right now, this is what the account looking like. And this app have a lot of slippage, bruh. This has a lot of slippage. Whenever price have a change of character here, I'll be entering in for a sale also if it does have a change of character there. Right now, this is how it's looking. We're gonna hold this trade out and see how it's gonna go. And we're just gonna stay patient and let it play out. I got a pretty wide stop loss. That's only because I don't want to get wicked out like I did last time. Yeah, so far, so good. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. Y'all will see me whenever we TP or break even or stop loss, bruh. Hit stop loss, bruh. Bruh. Golly. Stay disciplined. And I'll update y'all whenever we get mid-section or whatever, bruh. I'll update y'all. So I just got back to the station and I come back to this, bro. That is crazy. Here I had this change of character and this breaker structure here, right? Our price done was get all the way down here to grab liquidity. I'm just now learning about liquidity sweeps and stuff, and this basically what this was. I should have known something when it kept wicking down that bad and coming back up. I knew it was gonna be a reversal, but at the same time, stuff was holding below. Yeah, bro. So it had this big old reversal here. US 30. I wanted to get in at this close here, at this higher low, and get in for sales, but I was too late. We just got back to the station. This is exactly why I avoid trading on news days. Like when we have red for the news or whatever, I avoid trading, bro, because that didn't go in my direction. I mean, if you know what you're doing when it comes to news, then it's a good thing for you, but me, on the other hand, I'm still learning about trading news or whatever and how stuff can have a potential reversal on you and a whole shift on you. So I try to stay away from it, but other than that, everything cool, bro. So yesterday we took a W. Today we took an L. Today was a high quality trade now. We just had that reversal, so don't count me against it. Feel me? So this is 2 high quality trades out of the week, bro. We got one more to go, and hopefully this one be a win, okay? But this is it right here. This is where we ending off at. So I'll see y'all tomorrow on Thursday. Hello, RTR fam, bro. Today is currently Thursday. It's 2:37 in the morning. It's my first time up for a London session. And I'm looking at 2 possible trades right now, which is US 30 and gold once again for today, okay? Here's what we got for gold. I'm also learning about liquidity sweeps from earlier because that's what we got hit with yesterday. We got hit with a liquidity sweep and then that reversal. We learning about liquidity now. Like, yeah, this is something we need to know. All right, so boom. Right now, price is currently inside of the support and resistance area, and it just had this break. It's not confirmed yet, but if we get a breaker structure in a 15-minute time frame, we'll be entering off of that breaker structure. Okay, we are currently inside of a downtrend. Because of this change of character here, we still have this fair value gap. We have an order block plus liquidity down this way. So price has to return down there. So I'm gonna go to my 15-minute and show you what we're looking at. So right now here, price was just fumbling inside of this support and resistance, and finally have a break here with this change of character. We came back in for a retest, and it looks like it didn't want to go down. So if we get a breaker structure here and it closes, I'll be entering in for sales for a short, okay? So we just gonna see how this stuff is gonna act, bro. Follow your system, stay disciplined. Put that work in, y'all. Don't give up. Don't give up when you fail. Just start all over again and learn from that failure, bro. No, just keep going. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be a wealthy man. So just keep working. And don't give up when times get hard, bruh. Rags to riches. Okay, RTR fam. I just entered this trade for gold. We had that breaker structure. First of all, we have a change of character. We had the little pullback, and I just entered in. This is currently what we're looking like. So yeah, this is how we're currently looking, bruh. All right, we got it. That's how it's looking. I got a 1 and 2 risk to reward. We're gonna let it ride out. It is Thursday, currently 6:50, and I am looking at this trade that I took in London session. It basically did nothing all night, just consolidated. This is how it's currently looking. So we are in profits. This is how the trade is looking right here. If this candle end up having another pullback, or if it closes strong and then the next candle have a pullback, I'll be entering in another lot for XAUUSD because I'm pretty confident in this trade today. I'm currently at the other station on my second shift. So I got a whole nother 24 hours to work. And then after that, I'll be back home. Just make sure y'all, bro, just do what you want to do in life, bro. Don't hold back. Don't limit yourself, because that is what we do as human beings, is limit ourselves, and we don't never go, we don't never tap into our full potential when it comes to it. This is my advice to y'all, bro. If you want to day trade, bro. Just stay consistent and disciplined and follow your system. Find work out a system that's gonna work for you and follow your rules. I'm about to get ready and do my morning routine, and after that, I'll be in the charts until something happens at work. Y'all stay tuned. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Join this rags to riches movement, bro. If you want to get on the road to from rags to riches, bro, hit that like button, subscribe, join the movement, and join the Discord down below. That is where the community is gonna be at. See y'all in the next shot, man. Rags to riches. All right, everybody. So something is starting to look real familiar to me, bro. Look at this, all right? We have this downtrend in this breaker structure here, right? Price came down here and rejected twice. Well, really 3 times. And if I go here from yesterday I entered off of this breaker structure thinking it was going to have a continuation. But price just wicked down here. I'm guessing it's like a liquidity grab or whatever. And it shot up, right? It's basically showing the same thing here off of this breaker structure. Someone would have entered off of this next candle for a short. Now it's showing that it's rejecting this area once again. So what I'm gonna do is pull out until we have another breaker structure, bro. We're gonna see what it's gonna do. Let's see if this candle here bypassed that, bro, because we have read for the news at 7:30. It is currently 7:15. I don't want to get in the mix of that, okay? So wherever this, let's see how this candle perform. If it's gonna bypass these 2 wicks or and close. If not, then we getting out, bro. If it show any sign of going back down, I just closed out my positions. This is what it's doing right now. It just don't look good to me, bro. And I don't want to be part of no kind of news today. We just gonna see how this gonna act. If it hit my take profit, it just do, bro. I would rather trade without news. This just tells you to trust in your fucking system, bro. I'm not emotional. This shit is about to hit my TP already, bro. Fucking news scare me away every time. And I took out because of something that happened in the fucking past, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. It's okay, because I would have been doing something that I didn't understand. Yesterday, it happened to me. Had a complete reversal on me. My setup was clean. Everything was aligned. Everything was going as planned. News hit and it had a reversal. Everything went up. I was in for a short and everything went up. Today, things was going according to plan. Everything aligned, set up, clean, nice, looking good, bro. And I see all those red folder news, and 7:30 hit. Price is about to hit my take profit, bro. What kind of sense does that make, bro? Trading is so funny, dog. I'm driving right now, bro, so I'll get back with y'all when I get to the station, man. All right, so this is how the trade looking. It's okay because price still have to come into my fair value gap and order block to get this liquidity down here or whatever. It's gonna grab whatever it needs and do what it needs to do. So depending on, I need another breaker structure or some kind of reaction once price taps into this. Okay, so this is how it's looking right now. I'm honestly speechless, but it's okay, bro. We coming back for another one, man. We got another setup behind this one. So this was basically just a ride down to my fair value gap and order block and all that liquidity down there as well. So once it taps into that and show either a sign of a change of character or another breaker structure, we should be in, okay? And we'll still be following our system. That's that, and the news should be over. Stay tuned, y'all. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. RTR family, bro. Okay, hold on. RTR family, okay? So today is Friday. Currently 6:07 p.m. Today I did not enter any trades. Well, I'm looking at the charts now. As y'all can see, I'm in there. I didn't take any trades. I didn't even look for opportunities today. We can obviously say that we did not reach our goal, our 3 high quality trade goals. We did not reach that goal this week, but we're looking forward to being better next week, okay? Next week will be week 7, bro. And I plan on being better and more effective when it comes to my content and when it comes to being in the market, okay? I feel myself literally getting better throughout the weeks as we go, right? We just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep looking forward, tunnel vision, staying disciplined. I have to stay disciplined. I know I preach stay disciplined and following your rules and stuff, and I catch myself not following my own rules or not being disciplined. So that is going to be something that we fix for next week, okay? I'm going to work hard on that and learn how to master my emotions, okay? So next week is all about discipline and following your rules, all right? We have to follow our rules. I got to get that printed on my brain. By staying in the trades, by following our trading system, by not counter trading, I have to catch myself. I have to learn to act off of reaction in the market when it's in my zones or when it's about to have that change of character inside of my zone. Like, I cannot jump in a trade when it's on its way down to my area. I won't be doing that until price actually hit my area of interest. Another thing is news. If we have a lot of red folder news next week and my setup is perfect, everything is aligned and everything is good, I enter a trade, I will stay in that trade until it plays all the way out. Either I get stopped out, either it hit take profit, or I break even. One of those have to happen. I just had to learn that sometimes I'm not going to always either take profit or break even. I'm not going to always get that result. I'm going to get stopped out or even wigged out. And there's no way around it. We're going to be all about precision and execution and just analyzing and observing next week, okay? We're being better. We're not running from news next week. I'm going to learn more about news throughout the weekend, and so that way when I get into the market next week, I won't be so fearful, because news is when I lost that $119 trade. Everything was going my way until the news hit, and we just had a huge reversal that took me out. It kind of made it something that I run away from now. So news, I'm gonna overcome the fear of trading while it's news. If nothing aligns with my setup, or if I feel as if I have to force a setup and it's like red folder news or whatever, then I will not be trading. But if everything aligns and everything is going my way, I will be entering that trade. That's what we got planned for next week, bro. We all about precision, and we all about being disciplined and in control of our emotions and actions. So with that being said, y'all prepare yourself for next week, week 7. Hop on a wave with us, bro. We live in that RTR life, that rags to riches life. And I can't wait until we get to the top. Y'all take care, stay disciplined, and we out.